left them waiting when you get here. Alright, you're back. Ernesto, check on the 3 blouses under Anderson. She needs them ready within the hour.
Hola, Alejandra. ¿Cómo está?
Can I help you?
Well, don't sound so happy to see me.
Mariana, I told you not to visit me at work.
I know, but I'll only stay a minute. I just wanted to talk to you.
About?
Well, I know you're working a lot, but I thought maybe if you have time, well, I thought maybe you could.
Yes.
This Saturday is coming out of the shadows, and I was just hoping you'd be there.
Mariana, you know I can't do that.
It's my first year as president of the Immigrant Youth Justice League, and this is our biggest event of the year, and you're my best friend.
You know I can't. Look, you're gonna have to get going. James is coming in anyway.
Well, great, and you can finally introduce us.
Mariana!
Well, you can't hide who you are forever.
And who are you to say who I am? Why can't you just be happy for me? I'm finally living the life I want to live.
You're working a minimum wage job at a dry cleaner.
I'm saving for school.
Guess we got some great news today.
What happened?
I had my first month employee evaluation this morning.
And?
They promised to let me cover a story of my own by the end of the month.
James, that's great!
Pretty soon, there'll be no more copy runs for this intern. Just writing stories and changing the world. Before you know it, I'll be making front page news.
That's fantastic. I'm so proud of you.
I just could say it's in my blood politically writing. With my mom, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, and probably my great-great-grandfather all in politics. It's reassuring to know I finally found my calling.
I'm so happy for you.
You're getting next, Alyssa. Getting your stories published? I just know it. This is a sign for good things for both of us.
I hope you're right.
I know I'm right. So, how's your day been?
Long. I've been here all day, but just 3 more hours and then I'm off for the evening.
You having a test tonight?
Well, I'm opening tomorrow, so I'll probably just work on the news story and writing it and call it a night.
A new story? And what's this one about?
You know I never talk about my stories until they're finished.
Well, aren't you already talking about it now?
It doesn't count.
I know. I just get impatient waiting to read them. Do you have that dress for my mom ready?
Oh, yeah, sure. Ernesto, Marsha's here for his weekly pickup. It was just one this week.
That's right. One for my mom for her speech on Friday. Hey, Alex. Alyssa, you're such a great writer. And while you make a great dry cleaner employee, it doesn't really showcase your talent. If you want, I can talk to my bosses over at the paper about getting you a job. I mean, I've only been working there for a month, but after that meeting yesterday, I might be able to pull some strings.
Oh, I don't know. The job market is rough these days.
But it's worth a shot, isn't it?
I figure soon I'll be going to school anyways, and I'll probably just stick around. I'm here until then.
Okay, if you're sure.
Well, I mean, thanks for the offer, but it sounds like a lot of work, and I just don't have the time right now. And besides, I don't mind it here. There's nice people.
As you wish. Just thought I'd offer. How much for my mom's dress?
That'll be $12.73.
Mm-hmm. And are we still on for our weekly Wednesday afternoon coffee date?
Same time, same place.
Right. Well, I should get going. My break's almost over, and I would not want to upset my boss. He runs a pretty tight operation over at the newspaper. Don't work too hard, Alexa. See you later.
See you later. Can I help you?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, are you picking up or dropping off?
What?
Your clothes? Are you here to pick something up?
Oh, no, I'd like to apply for a job.
Oh, okay. We're not exactly hiring right now, but I can have you fill out an application.
So, have you worked here a long time?
Yeah, a while.
Do they treat you well here? I hope they do.
They treat me fine.
What do you think of Chicago?
Chicago's fine. There's plenty to do.
How many hours a week do you usually work?
A lot, actually. I'm trying to pay rent and save up for school, so I take as many hours as I can get.
Pay rent? Don't you have family you can live with?
Not really.
Well, do you help each other out at least, you and your family?
Maybe I should take a look at your application. Is it all finished?
No, not quite. But maybe you could take a look at what I have so far.
Okay, looks like you still have a ways to go on this. All you wrote down is your name. David
Alejandra,
David, what are you doing here?
I came to find you and Papi, Alejandra.
How did you know where I was?
Papi told me you were working here.
But what makes you think it was okay for you to just show up here without a warning?
Hasn't that always been our plan, Alejandra?
It's Alexa now.
Why don't you live with Papi anymore?
Look, it's not that simple. That just isn't my life anymore. I have an apartment and I'm doing fine on my own.
But what about Papi? What about me?
What about you? You're the one who just showed up here without a warning while I'm in the middle of a shift.
So you're not even happy to see me?
I told you, it's not that simple. That just isn't my life anymore.
Is that all you have to say to me? I spent the last 15 years doing everything I could to come find you. This is all you have to say to me? That you've moved out and changed your name and you don't even want to talk to me?
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I'm busy with work.
So should I just leave and never speak to you again? Have you not wondered about me at all in the last 15 years?
I'm sorry, I need to get back to work, and this just really isn't a good time.
Well, what time then? When do you get off work? Poppy and I are going to eat at 7.
I won't be there.
Well, what time then? We can wait.
Not tonight, I'm sorry. I need to get back to working. Here, you go see Dad and take some money and stop at the store on your way. He won't have any food in his house.
You're really not coming?
I need to get back to working, really.
Well, am I ever going to see you again?
Tomorrow, I get off work at 3. My favorite coffee shop is just down the block. We can talk there.
Okay, Alejandra. Alexa? Well, it was good to see you.
You too.
Just about Alejandra started.
Alejandra, ¿y cómo está?
No podía hablar mucho. Estaba trabajando. It was weird. It's like she didn't even recognize who I was. Is she always like that?
I wouldn't know. I haven't talked to Alejandra in over 2 years.
What do you mean you haven't talked to her?
She left. She's gone. She's on her own now.
What? She said she wasn't living here, but she doesn't even speak to you?
She didn't want to be a part of this family.
I don't understand.
There's nothing to understand. She's gone.
How could that happen? I spent years fighting to be a part of this family.
Do you think you're the only one disappointed by this? Do you think this is what I wanted when I came to America?
I'm sorry, Monty. Sorry you've been all alone. I'm sorry I couldn't get here sooner. I could have fixed this.
No, mijo. I'm sorry. It's been so many years. I wanted to come find you, you and your mama. Maybe she would have been well if she were here. Or if I were there. We all could have been well together. But it's not easy. There's no work for people like me. I wish I had more to offer you. I wish you didn't have to see me like this. You've worked so hard for so many years, and for what?
Shh, Poppy. Don't worry. Everything is good now. We are together, and that is all that matters. Don't worry. We can fix this.
David, it's not easy. You can't always protect the ones you love.
But you can try, Poppy. I will go see Ale again tomorrow. I will talk to her. She will come back, and I will get a job. Everything will be just how we've always wanted.
Mijo! It's not that easy! 15 years and 7 months ago I crossed a line into a country that was filled with signs that told me welcome, and yet welcome I was not. could not be fought by this man. A man who's never been shown sympathy. World's been clear, he doesn't pity me. People forget that every man was once a boy. When I was young, I was so sure of what my life would be. I had the strength and had the skill to raise a family that I could shelter, but the world had other plans for me. I never asked for more than anyone would ask for, yet every door I ever turned to remain closed. I did things no one should be capable of doing, yet one by one my every weakness was exposed. My daughter's left, she's moved on. My wife is dead, and she is gone. My son I've waited for years will make me face my biggest fears. He wants a man worth calling father, but that man's not here. 15 years, still I have nothing I can offer. 15 years I've struggled, so full of shame over the person that I turned into. Now it's never what we think we can do. And I never would have thought the fight I faced could not be fought after 15 years.
Mayor Marshall, did you see? It said they had hundreds show up to him at their meeting today. Hundreds! And they're expecting more at their events later this week. That means your speech. What are we gonna do? Hello? Mayor Marshall!
What is it, Bert? I'm very busy.
It's the guy, the rich guy who's called you always take right away.
Hello? Hi, Bill. Yes, we were just looking at the paper. Yes, I saw the article. Yes, I realize that doesn't look good for the campaign. How so? Mm-hmm. Oh, don't worry, Bill. Don't worry. I'll have Bert send you another draft tonight. Get me the notes for Friday's presentation, would you? Bill wants us to tighten it up a little bit. He says, think strong so the opposition knows that we mean business.
Guess what I have here?
What do you mean, James?
I have tomorrow's copy of the Chicago Tribune. It's the first edition that I worked on. And look on the back. Assistant Editor Jane Marshall. It doesn't come out until tomorrow morning, but I snagged a copy before I left the office, literally hot off the press.
Well, that's great, James. I'm very proud of you. I always knew you'd be a success.
Do you want to read the article?
What? Oh, of course. Just leave it on my desk and I will read it later.
All right, well, let me know what you think. Is something bothering you, Mom?
I'm just nervous, James, that's all. Bert! Go get me a coffee, would you? Did you hear about the gathering downtown today?
I work for a newspaper, Mom. I hear everything.
Well, apparently they have scores of people show up. More supporters than ever. Estimates say over 100.
That's not nearly as many as came to your campaign event last week.
I know, James. You're right. But I heard they're coming to the speech that I'm going to give on Friday, and with the election coming up so soon, I really can't stand for any negative publicity. My backers aren't going to like it.
Well, keep in mind, you've done a whole lot of good for the city.
I know. But even the smallest things can make all the difference in the world of politics. Every vote counts, and I need the world to know that I'm strong enough to run this city.
Quit worrying, Mom. You have a lot more power than we know. Certainly more than a gathering of people who aren't even U.S. citizens. Plus, you have a reporter from the Chicago Tribune on your side to let the whole world know how much good you can do for our city, our state, and the entire USA. In our lives, we all have choices that we make from day to day. Those who cheat will have to pay in America. Everybody struggles, but you've gotta earn your way. Gotta earn your right to stay in America.
In this world, there's right and wrong. There's both weak and there's strong. Those who do and don't belong in America.
Clearly, you're the one who can help our city rise, protect the honest citizens, and support free enterprise.
I'm anti the invasion because it's the people's right to prosper in their city without aliens to fight.
Everybody wants a shot, but we just can't take them all, or we'll watch our people fall in America.
So a sanctuary city is not what I will run. My work has just begun in America. As a child, Daddy told me that this race was for the boys. Be a mother, be a teacher. Those are things a girl enjoys. Well, now I'm
invasion, an end to this criminal infiltration.
Achieved through alien deportation.
Chicago, our city, deserves a leader like you.
A secure community.
Work, opportunity, earned through justice, not impunity.
Chicago, my city, deserves a leader like me.
So you're here in Chicago now?
Yes, I'm happy to be here.
So what do you plan to do now? What do you plan to do now?
I applied for some jobs already this morning.
Well, that's good. It might take a while, just so you know, to find something. I don't want you to be disappointed.
And that's okay. I didn't come here for work. I came here to find you, my family.
Look, Dougie, I don't know what you want from me.
Nothing. I want you to be my sister. I haven't had any family since my mom died, and I don't want to bother you or disrupt your life. I just want to have a family.
I'm sorry, Dougie. I kept a picture of you and Mom next to my bed all the years I lived with Dad. It's packed away in a box somewhere, but I still have it. What was it like there in Chiapas? Was it different?
In Chicago? Absolutely.
How so?
Well, in a physical sense, there were no big buildings, no crowds. It was hot. Most people worked on farms.
Do you miss it?
Not as much as I missed you and Poppy. Sometimes I miss certain things. The smell of the morning breeze, the clear skies. Sometimes it feels like I never left. You never really do leave your home, you know.
What do you mean?
No puedo explicar. It's more than a place. With the 6 a.m. breeze, and that blankets the mountains and carry sensations, and the coffee plantations next door. Home. It's more than a place where the sun lights the land and shines off the rooftops and rolls over hills as the street vendor opens his door. can take it with you wherever. Can you feel it? It's more than a place. It's more than a place. It has stories and scars that preserve generations, defeat celebrations, mistakes and the lessons we learn. Home. It's more than a place. It's an undying love that's stronger than diamonds and brighter than silver and holds us together. So we're always together. Yes, even your mother is here. You feel it. You feel it. I can feel it.
Isn't what living subtle but strong? Has it been there all along?
Deep inside you.
That just got me free. It's more than a place.
It's a mother to all. Guides and shelters and comforts and shows how to love and be loved in return. Oh, it's more than a place. It's what lives in your soul. The people who come and the light that they shine, the joy and the pride that you've earned. It's filled with beauty that cannot be seen. It can only be felt. Can you feel it? Like a box of all your love and hope. You can take it with you where you go. Can you feel it? I still feel it. 'Cause it's more than a place.
Hi, Alexa. What's up? What are you up to?
Oh,
Who's
James, hi. This is my friend David.
Nice to meet you, David. Are you from the area?
Actually, David and I were just heading out. He has an appointment in 10 minutes. I hate for you to be late. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too, Alexa. See you tomorrow?
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Alan, what was that? Your friend David?
I'm sorry. I can't go from being an only child to suddenly having some foreign brother one day. People will be suspicious.
Some foreign brother? Ale, are you ashamed of me?
I'm sorry, it's just for your own protection, okay?
I should go. You can get back to your busy American life.
David, I'm sorry,
It's fine. I should be getting to that appointment.
David!
here yesterday, and I'm not sure where anything is or who anyone is.
Hey, you're one of the men I met at the bus stop earlier this week. I'm Mariana Torres. This is Luis Sanchez, President and Vice President of the Immigrant Youth Justice League, if that's any help. Welcome to Chicago.
David Rivera. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure is ours, sir.
Espera, ¿eres el hermano de Alejandra?
You know Ale?
Claro, es un buen amigo. We grew up neighbors. But I worry for her. How is she? Oh, but we should go sit down first. I want to hear all about your trip over here and your life in Mexico, and you're probably looking for a job. I can help you. See, I run the Immigrant Youth Justice League, so I've helped a lot of immigrants find jobs around here. Why don't you come over for dinner with my family? They would love to meet you. Ale was basically part of our family growing up. Any family of hers is family of ours. I remember when we were little, Alejandra had this picture of you that she used to show everyone. So proud of her big brother who was going to come find her in America one day. After so many years, who'd have known that you'd finally be reunited? Are you staying with your father? He lives right up the street. Well, we better get going so I can tell my mom to set an extra place at the table.
Let's go.
Crazy who you run into on the street, huh?
So, how was work today?
So, the same as usual, really. I'm just glad to be off early today.
So, Alexa, I wanted to talk to you about something.
Okay.
So, we've been getting to know each other for quite a while now, even if it was mostly with my mom's laundry at first. And once I start writing my own stories at work, I'm going to be getting a pretty big pay increase. I was thinking about moving out of my mom's place and getting my own apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought maybe you'd like to move in with me.
James, really?
Think about it. It would save you some money, so you wouldn't have to work so much. And you could save more for school. And you could write stories together every night after work.
Well, I don't know if I could write stories with you.
Why not? We're writers, aren't we?
Well, you're a writer. It's just a hobby of mine until I can go to school and become an expert like you.
Me, an expert? Hardly.
You have a degree in this stuff, though.
If only everyone with a degree were an expert, man, would the world be a different place. Half the time, a degree just means you're really good at pretending you know what you're talking about. Besides, I'm a journalist. I'm not an artist like you.
An artist.
Your stories are art. Just like artists, you capture people's attention and open their minds to new ideas and possibilities. An artist uses paint, you use words. That's a good skill for anyone to have, even a journalist. In fact, I've been trying to edit a story for one of my colleagues, who's abroad right now, and I'm a little stuck. Do you think you could take a look at it?
I suppose I could try. Violence in Guatemala rages on as drug cartels become increasingly prevalent. It's not bad. I just think that maybe you should give the readers a reason to care more. Like, it's an important story, but you know.
Right. Make the people of Chicago care about something happening thousands of miles away. That is a challenge with international news stories.
Well, I'd imagine that anything that happens anywhere can affect everyone everywhere, right?
I've got it. Our borders. This is all the more reason to secure our borders. Guatemalans are the second largest demographic of illegal immigrant in this country, and we don't want those criminals crossing over. Struggles abroad always mean people are going to try to come to America. And immigration is a hot topic too, so that will catch people's attention for sure.
Isn't that a little overdone, though? I mean, it feels like every newspaper and magazine is bursting with immigration headlines.
There's no such thing as overdone in the news industry. The funny thing about people is the more you push a topic, the more likely they are to pay attention to it. I mean, how else would Justin Bieber remain a primary topic of conversation for so long?
Well, maybe you should just rewrite the article about him.
Justin Bieber drops seeking career to wage war against Guatemalan drug cartels.
Science peace treaty in exchange for a lifetime supply of marijuana.
In all seriousness, though, immigration is the missing piece that will make this article stand out. Thanks for your help.
But do you really think that's the most important issue?
You'd be surprised. It's pretty high up there. That's why my mom is focusing on immigration for her next campaign.
Look, I know it's an important issue, but what if, hypothetically, a child under the age of 5 came here by no choice of their own because they were in danger of, I don't know, starvation or something? What if her, or his, parents brought them here to save their lives? Aren't health and safety important?
Of course I want everyone to be safe and healthy, but opening our borders certainly isn't the way to do it. I mean, if we just let everyone waltz over here without knowing who they are, how can we keep ourselves safe?
But what about the people who aren't dangerous? They just want to get an education and a good job, doing what they love. What about those people?
It's a complicated issue, but that's why there are legal methods to come to this country. We want to help people, but we have to be careful. Our government is working hard and doing the best that it can.
I know, but sometimes it takes so long, and some of them need help right now. They can't wait.
But with open borders, our whole system would fall to pieces. Our education system, our healthcare, our national security. Pretty soon, this country will be no better than the countries they're fleeing from.
I know. I know. I guess it just doesn't seem fair that some people are born luckier than others.
It's not fair. But it's also not fair to come to this country illegally. As a writer, there's a lot of good you can do to people in bad situations. Trust me on this, you don't have to feel guilty. You do a lot more good by living the life you've been given than by letting it hold you back. People like you, people like me can do what be who we wanna be. Some call it luck, some call it fate. I see no reason to hesitate in this land of opportunity. Alyssa, you're an artist, the city is your canvas. Come paint a picture with me. This journey is uncharted, but we're just getting started. Open your eyes and you'll see this world is for you and me. If you hold back, then you're only gonna go so far, and that would be so sad. So come out and show the world the girl I know you are. Does that really sound so bad? Alexa, you're an artist, the city is your canvas. Come paint a picture with me. Change the world with the things you have to say. Will you, will you? Will we write the story for the front page one day? Will you, will you? Will I, will I? Don't we write the stories, we live the stories, are the stories. And I know the stories we write on the page mean nothing compared to the stories we write. And living our lives every day. I can bet by the time that we're done, we'll be making headlines in more ways than one. If you hold back, then you're only gonna go so far. And that would be so sad. So come out and show the world the girl I know you are. Does that really sound so bad? Alexa, you're an artist, the city is your canvas. Come paint a picture with me. This journey is uncharted and we're just getting started. So why don't we start right now? Doing all that this world will allow. So what do you say we start looking at apartments soon?
James, it sounds wonderful. Are you sure?
How could I not be?
Good afternoon, Alec.
David, about yesterday, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's okay. I understand. I just wanted to come give you this. It was Mama's. It was in the family for a couple of generations. She wants you to have it.
David, it's beautiful. Thank you.
Also, I got a job this morning.
Already? That's great. Where?
A food processing plant just a couple of blocks from here. They're going to pay me $5.25 an hour.
Well, congrats. But just don't expect too much. There's no guarantee that they'll actually give you that money. Remember, you have no rights here. Companies treat you how they want, and there's nothing you can do about it.
This place is good, though. I got the name of the company from a friend of yours, actually. Mariana?
Oh, yeah. I know who that is.
You get my first paycheck at the end of the month. I'm going to give it to Poppy so we can buy some food and fix up the house.
Not if you can get to the liquor store first.
Things are going to be different now. I'll come home. We can be a family.
You are my family, but it's not that simple. I can't go back there.
I stayed in Mexico so that you could live, Alec. And I worked for years, taking care of our mama, working to try to come find you. And all I'm asking is that you give us a chance.
I spent my whole life giving him chances. I don't have time for that anymore.
What do you mean you don't have time for your family?
He was the one who didn't have time for me. I was never good enough for him.
What are you talking about?
You were the child he wanted, David. And I couldn't be you.
That's not true. He's your father and he loves you.
You don't know that. You haven't been here. Stop trying to act like you have all the answers when you have no idea what I've been through.
I don't know what you've been through. Really, Alejandra?
My name is Alexa.
I remember the night you left. You don't remember, do you?
I was 3 years old.
I remember our last goodbyes, exhausting me in your desperate cries. You don't remember, do you? You don't remember, do you? Watching you and Poppy fade away, feeling all hope fade to gray. But he made me one last promise. Promised I would turn to you someday.
That was 15 years ago.
And that promise got me through the night. I made a vow to win this fight, to give out love to your hearts. Scared and find a way to reunite.
In case you haven't noticed, things don't always work out how you want them to.
And that promise got me through the years, through the hunger, sickness, fears, and I held it while I watched our mother die. You don't know what it's like.
Well, maybe you're right, but you don't know anything more about my life than I know about yours.
Oh, I'm sure I can only imagine what it's like to grow up in the land of opportunity.
What is this, some kind of competition? I've had my own extremes, a childhood of violent screams in a house filled up with nothing, nothing but broken bottles and broken dreams. What did I do? Try to win the strife, try to fix those bottles, fix our lives, but the shattered pieces never fit quite right. You don't know his bottle and gave up the dreams he had. And I couldn't be my brother, so I couldn't please my dad. But I am more than that. I'll find myself inside. I'll find hope, I'll find beauty and pride. Never mind the tears I've cried for the man who brought me here. That man only brought me down so low. So it was my only choice to go, but I'll be fine. Wrong that I ran from his battleground. Is it selfish that I won't return? He can criticize me all he wants, but my brother has a lot to learn. I've made my decisions by the hand that struck my face, and I left that man for good to try to make it in this place. And I'm okay with that. Yes, really, I'm okay. But there are those who don't see it that way. They ask me, how could I let go of the man who brought me here? Can't they see he brought me down so low? So it was my only choice to go, but I'll be fine. Even if I'm alone, I'll graduate and find a place on my own. I should have known that the battle's just begun. Could have guessed like father, like son. But still it will be nice to know. But once again, my only choice is to go. But I'll be fine.
But Mayor Marshall, you have to read this!
Chicago Yes, I saw the article. Well, what am I supposed to do about it? Don't you think that's taking it a little too far? Yes, of course I am serious about this election. You're not thinking about pulling your endorsement. You can't. But I can't do that. Okay. Okay, fine. But yeah, consider it done. Bert! Look up the phone number for Immigration and Customs Enforcement, would you?
James, I have an assignment for you. I want you to cover your own story, but I need you to get down to the scene immediately.
I'm on it, boss. Just tell me where.
6 blocks from the office, the frozen food plant. Rumor has it they hired a boatload of undocumented workers under false social security numbers. There's going to be a huge raid. There's going to be massive media coverage, and I need you there to write a story that can give us the American perspective.
You want me to cover a huge story like that?
I trust you, James. Don't let me down.
teachers this week. We're meeting here every evening to prepare countdown to the shadow this weekend.
Luis, you give her the tour, show her the video and publicity equipment. I'm going to check in on the rest of the group.
Okay. So here are our cameras, poster materials, and lists of the resources that have shown support for us.
Wow, everyone looks so busy.
Yeah, that's because we have a lot of work.
Mariana is really stoked to have you here. You're going to be a huge help to the movement, plus I think she's missed you.
I don't understand why everyone is so willing to help me with my brother, though. I haven't exactly been supportive.
We'll always have your back. And if anyone can get your partner out of jail, it's these guys. We're all fighting for the same rights, and we won't give up until we get what we deserve.
What do we want?
Dream Act!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Dream Act!
When do we want it?
Now! Education, not deportation! Education, not deportation!
What do we want?
Dream Act!
When do we want it?
Now!
I'm not an eagle, I'm right on track. What might create a long invitation? That's why we stand here to fight right back.
How do we possibly begin to fight back against a government that doesn't even think of us as real people?
We stand here to show them that we are people.
The best kind of people, if you ask me.
Let's stand the victory rotation. Cause we never done nothing wrong. It's freedom and liberation. Cause we've been hiding for far too long.
We don't settle for deprivation. We'll stand up for what we've got. We want small humiliation. Cause everybody deserves a shot. But for isolation, solidarity, separation, there's a way to contradiction. Let's succeed your own ambition.
What do we want?
Dream Act!
When do we want it?
Now!
Education, not deportation. All together we'll make a change. Cause we're helping to build this nation. And we've been ready to rearrange.
See you back.
We're the main next condition. Fighting for our own salvation. All together we'll fly. Everybody nationwide.
One against discrimination. All wrongs will be made right. We'll face for celebration. Cause we will stop winning this fight.
We have to win this fight. David's future's on the line. We have to win this fight. My future's on the line.
Amiga, have no fear, you're not alone, you have us here. We'll never let you fall, it's all for one and one for all.
Our future's on the line.
And road ahead is long, must stand together, must be strong.
Future's on the line.
It's our destination, there's no negotiation. We'll be persuaded up here, we won't be fighting till they're here.
Education, not deportation.
What do we want?
Dream Act!
Education, not deportation.
When do we want it?
Education, not deportation.
What do we want?
Dream Act!
Education, not deportation.
When do we want it?
Education, not deportation.
Education, not deportation! Education, not deportation! Alexa.
I'm so glad you're here, and I don't want you to worry because we're going to get your brother out. We already started a petition for his release.
Mariana, I don't know what I would do without you. If there's anything I could ever do to try to repay you.
Oh, you owe me nothing. It's all for the cause. Besides, your friendship is enough. But we're planning a protest at War Marshal's speech tomorrow, and it would be really nice.
I'll be there.
Well then, I'll see you at Federal Plaza tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
Microphone check. 1, 2. Is this on? 1, 2, 3. Ooh. If everyone could quiet down, please. It is my pleasure, the highest honor, to present to you the one and only mayor, the future mayor of Chicago, Aurora Marshall.
Thank you everyone for joining me here today. As you all know, the election is coming up quickly, and we are here today to talk about what I feel is the most important issue here in Chicago and across the country: immigration. I'm sure you all are frustrated, and rightfully so, with the sanctuary city that Chicago has become. Law enforcement knowingly, carelessly, releasing illegals that they have in custody. Well, I'm here to tell you, Chicago, that with my election, I will put an end to it. And you are going to need a strong leader to stand up to the laws being proposed by the federal government, like, for example, the DREAM Act. The implementation of the DREAM Act would mean that all illegal aliens who arrive before the age of 16 would be able to buy amnesty for their crime through 2 years of either college or military service. Well, this little gift will only encourage more illegal immigrants to come running over, sucking up our resources.
Not a gift, a right.
Anyways, once these aliens become legalized, they can then bring their parents, siblings, and children to our country. And who do you think is paying for all of these aliens? You, Chicago. Your hard-earned paycheck is paying for these criminals who demand free education, take our jobs, steal our identities, and disrespect our culture.
I am not a criminal.
Well, then I guess this conversation doesn't pertain to you, since that means you have your papers.
2, 4, 6, 8. We just want to graduate.
Oh, really? I suggest you all go home, or would you prefer that I call ICE to restore you?
All the way home!
What do you say, Chicago? Is it time for the removal of these leeches of America? Excuse me, Chicago.
I'm the ones who cross the sea, the Syracuse station's out of sea. We take our rights and attitudes and make them all delicious here. Mariana Torres, valedictorian of my graduating class at Wells High, honor student at University of Chicago. I may not have papers, but I do have dreams. Aurora Marshall, natural-born citizen of the United States and future mayor of
You can't even vote. Excuse me, we are having some technical difficulties. If you could
I've been living here since I was 13. I worked hard and graduated high school. Even though it was hard and English was my second language. Still, I didn't qualify for financial aid. I was told to go to college and study sociology so that I can help undocumented teens when they find themselves in situations like the one I'm in.
My name is Gabriela Cruz and I'm a senior in high school. I immigrated here from the Philippines when I was 7. At first it was hard to fit in, but eventually I learned to go to high school the way every other American teenager has, and this country is my home. Even though I work just as hard as all my other friends, I wasn't able to get a driver's license when they did. And I get nervous when they talk about college because I don't know if I'll be able to go next year.
My name is Jean Manon. I am 19 years old and attending community college. I worry that I will not be able to attend a four-year college because I am undocumented. I was born in Korea, but my parents brought me here just a few months later. I don't know anything about Korea because this is my home. I am hardworking and I'm smart, and I could be a productive member of society if I were only given the chance.
Say
the poor, the queer, the woman, or the Muslim, no. We're the lowest scum, living in the slums with the politicians' kingdoms. No one advice, no time how should dreams die. Some to organize rights, they open their eyes if they go back down to their first surprise.
My backers are getting frustrated. It's time to get serious about this election.
Hello? Mayor Marshall, it's him again.
Hello? Hi, Bill. They're kids, Bill. What do you want me to do? What? Yes. Yes. I understand what I need to do. Bert, get me the names of every registered member of the Immigrant Youth Justice League. They are all reasonable suspects, and I'm going to have them all investigated.
Mother!
Yes, James?
You can't do that. That's an invasion of privacy rights.
I didn't want it to have to come to this, but I need to win this election, James. It is what I have to do.
You can't just break the law.
Tell that to your alien friends.
They may have broken the law, but they're still people.
And I am your mother, and I have spent my entire life preparing for this campaign. You wouldn't ruin that for me in order to help these people, would you? Come on, Bert, we have a lot of work to do. You have a lot to learn, James.
Shattered by this week's immigration raid. James wrote this?
I'd see in the media if I were you. Looks like you just got Chicago's #1 anti-immigrant politician's son on our side.
But I don't understand.
Well, I better be going. See you in a little bit.
when do you get out of here? If I'm not mistaken, you have somewhere important to be, and I was wondering if I might have the honor of accompanying you.
But just the other day you said...
But I was wrong. This world needs people like you, and so do I.
Please, have you seen Mariana?
I haven't seen her in a long time. She's never been It's only 3 minutes to start. Should I please introduce myself? Should I be here?
Wait, that's something else. Sorry, I'm late. I haven't think of a special guest. You just spoke about or something? After the view of the article in this morning's paper, there was a huge like in signatures. I got a call as I was on my way over.
I want you to know that you're my sister. I love you no matter what. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me. You're the best family I could ever ask for. All of it.
Well, I hate to ruin a great moment, but it looks like it's about time. Should we get this party started?
So then we've got...
Undocumented and unafraid! Undocumented and unafraid!
Good afternoon, Chicago. We are all here today to hear the stories of undocumented youth in our community, to come together and fight for justice, to fight for the DREAM Act, to fight for our own rights and the rights of immigrants across the nation. I moved here from Columbia when I was 10 years old, graduated from high school with honors last year, and am now studying at the University of Chicago to become my doctorate.
My name is Navi Kubana. I am I'm 75 years old. I can't afford to go to college. I don't have a set line.
My name is Jean Manon. I'm 19 years old and attending community college. I worry if I will not be able to attend four-year college because I am undocumented.
My name is Alejandra Rivera, and my dream is to go to college and become a writer. I am a sister. I am a sister, a friend, an artist, American and Mexican, and I am undocumented.
People like me can do